Hey guys, looks like we're live. We are on YouTube. Okay, I'm just gonna wait a couple minutes, read the emails that I had for this video, the stream. Actually, this stream. I always say video. Um, Today, a couple people was asking me if Alex Jones from Infowars is real. Is he real? Is he a real person? In other words, is his message real? Like, is he really like basically a truth seeker? Is he trying to discover the truth and uncover all the lies that our government tells us each and every day? That's basically the question. Let me read it here. Justin, is Alex Jones a real truth seeker? Is he really seeking real answers? Or is he just a paid shill and supported by the US government? I mean, I got a strong opinion on this one, so this is kind of right up my alley. Alex Jones is literally like the biggest troll, the biggest shill, the biggest actor, fake. He's got fake written all over him. Alex Jones is not for the American people or anyone for that matter. He's not for anyone. You know, he's making that dude, I don't know how much money he makes, but I know he's making a ton of money and he's selling shit all the time. What is it, that immunity medicine or whatever for preventing getting sick? He's just a part of the shit show. That's what I call it, the shit show. He's a part of it. He's 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 bought, he's paid for, he's owned. Alex Jones is not a real individual. In other words, he doesn't think for himself. He just reads a script. That's it. Now, does he give maybe a tiny little bit of like good information to people? Sure. Like they say, you know, they give you a little bit of truth, but mostly lies. But they'll sprinkle just a tiny little bit of truth in there. I'm sure some of the things Alex Jones says is real. As far as, excuse me, just 1 second. I'm sure Alex Jones is real about some things that he says, certain things. Like, what's he said before? The government lies to us. They, you know, and he talked about Sandy Hook and some other big topics that some people believe were red flags. I'm sure he's probably right about some of the stuff he says. He probably even knows the truth. You know, if he's a paid shill by the U.S. government, he probably knows a lot of the answers, but he won't release all of that information to you, the public. He's not going to release that or to any of us. I even was reading somewhere once. This was a long time ago. I don't have a source right now, so don't quote me on this. But I was even reading. This was a couple of years ago. That Alex Jones, you know how he like pretends. Let me take that back. I shouldn't say pretends because I can't prove it yet. But you know how he claims he's like this Southern Republican. You know, where's he from? Texas, I think. He claims to be this hardcore Republican, you know, standing up for the Republicans. I think he supports Trump, you know. But I was doing research on him once and I heard that he's not even a Republican in real life. I think he's like a liberal, like a hardcore liberal, but he pretends to be a Republican. You know, that's just another example of him being a shill, a paid shill, an actor. That's all he is. He gives misinformation, spreads false information, lies. And then, like I said earlier, he'll sprinkle just a tiny little bit of truth in there. They all do that. They give you some truth. But in general, he's garbage. He's absolute garbage. He's total trash. When he's not on the air in front of his camera doing his streams and his videos, he's probably laughing at all of you guys out there that support him, watch him, brag about him, tell all your friends, oh, you know, check out Alex Jones. He loves that. You know, he's just put here to confuse people and spread misinformation to people and false info. His channel should be called what's it called? Infowars. It should be called False Wars. False Info Wars is what his channel should be called. But yeah, and trust me, I'm not even here hating on the guy. I'm just calling it how I see it. I explain everything that I know. Do I know the guy personally? No. And I doubt he'll ever see this stream that I'm doing. I seriously doubt that. But if he ever were to, hey, tell him to give me a thumbs up, on this stream. But no, he probably don't care. But yeah, Alex Jones is this is probably not going to be a real long stream, but because I kind of wanted to get straight to the point on this one. But yeah, he's definitely not real. He is definitely not real. He's definitely a paid shill / troll, whatever you want to call him. And he's got a good thing going on for him. Good for him. He's popular. He's millions of people know his name. They know what he looks like. I've watched him maybe like 5, 6, 7 times total in my entire life. Every time I watch him, I just think he's so over the top, way over the top. He's screaming and yelling and getting all sweaty. The guy looks like he's going to have a heart attack. And you could just tell it's so WWF, WWE. It's fake. He's up there screaming, trying to get people all passionate. That's what he's trying to do. He wants people to be passionate about him, and he's a total fraud. Now, if you just like him for entertainment purposes, I guess fine, as long as you don't take it seriously what he's saying. But if you get into that sort of thing for entertainment purposes, then hey, I guess more power to you. I personally think he's boring. I don't really get into him, but yeah, if you take him seriously, I would say that's very dangerous. If you actually believe everything that Alex Jones says, I would say that's dangerous. Because yeah, the guy, he's literally a comedian. He's basically a comedian, Alex Jones. Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, those guys could probably take Alex Jones' spot right now. That's to tell you how big of a joke he is. Like, they could probably take his spot. And those guys are comedians. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I hope I answered your question. Just reading it, double check. Yeah. You didn't have any other questions? Yeah, I hope I answered the question for some of you guys out there that wanted to, me to give my opinion, my take on Alex Jones. I hope I gave you guys the best take that you wanted to hear. That's my view on him. As you guys know, if you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I don't try to I don't try to juice things up or spice things up and, give wild hot takes. I just like to give my honest, brutally honest opinion on different topics, questions that you guys have for me. Lately, I've been doing videos dedicated to people that ask me questions. So I'm going to start eventually doing a variety of other videos based on topics that I would like to cover. I personally wasn't going to cover Alex Jones today, but some guys asked me to talk about him. So I figured, you know what, I'll talk about Alex Jones. So yeah. Yes, that should just about do it for this stream on Alex Jones. Yeah, he, like I said, my final conclusion on him is he's a shill. He's bought and paid for by the government. He's literally just a puppet on a string. He may have a little bit of charisma in him. That's why people, I think, like him, because he gets fired up. He's very passionate about the lies that he tells. He's passionate about his lies. And that's basically all he really is. He, like I said, he's not even a real person. When I say that, I don't mean literally. He's a real human, but his character is not real that you guys see on YouTube, on whatever television, whatever platform you watch him on. He's not who he says he is. So, okay, and it looks like that's going to wrap things up for this stream. I think I covered everything on this subject on Alex Jones. If you guys want me to talk more about him, or you have more questions on him, on Alex Jones, you could drop me a comment down below in the comment section, or give me your opinions on him, what you think of him and everything. I'd appreciate that. And I would also greatly appreciate it if you guys could get me a like this video, the stream. If you can, leave some comments and hopefully subscribe. I don't ask for money or donations on this channel, so you don't have to worry about me, making you feel guilty about not paying me. So yeah, subscribers, I greatly appreciate subscribers. I appreciate likes, comment interaction with me in the comment section. That's all great. So yeah, that does it for today, guys. Peace. Have a great Monday.